This is in no way my attempt to justify my comic book obsession. And this story, I really, really like. Artwork, the storytelling. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Pull List. My name is Travis. Let's talk about Ben Affleck and the Batman movie. I've kind of refrained from talking about this on this channel because Ben Affleck has sort of been all over the place. First, he said he was definitely excited to do it, then he was thinking about not doing it, and then he was on, and then he was thinking about possibly maybe not doing it. And a lot of people thought that that was his way of putting pressure on the studio for more creative control, and then he said that he's doing it, but now he's permanently, for real, stepping down as director. He's still playing Batman and he's still co-writing, he's just not primary director. He also said in a previous interview if he didn't like how the process was coming along, he would step down as director. And seeing as how he was writing the script, the only other outside creative involvement would be the studios. So maybe the studio still interfered too much even after he made those hollow threats to leave, which turned out not to be so hollow. He's gone from the chair. He's still acting in the role. Apparently, there have been murmurs of creative differences between Affleck and the studio. Affleck wanted the script and the film to be perfect, and the studio wanted whatever Batman movie they could get by said release date. And just a couple weeks ago, Affleck was talking about how uncomfortable he imagined it would be directing from the Batsuit. When you're Batman in a Batman movie, you show up in an uncomfortable Batman suit, you film your scenes, and then you leave. You get to go and take the suit off. But if you're the director, you have to stick around the entire time because you're the director. The simplest fix would be a Batsuit that can come off and on easy enough, but I guess walking away from the job of director is also a fix. And there are people that are taking this as great news. They say Affleck realizes he can't give 100% to the acting role and to the director's chair, so he's delegating that to someone else and he's just focusing entirely on acting as the character. Let someone else deal with directing. Affleck's still there, he can give his 2 cents, they can collaborate, corroborate other eights. And then there's the other camp, of which I am currently involved, where I feel DC is entirely in the dark right now. The one gleaming light of hope was this Batman movie. Even Wonder Woman is getting panned already without it being released, and I was really excited for Wonder Woman too. Just to be fair, I know Wonder Woman isn't out yet, and I don't let critics dictate how I feel about a film without actually watching it, but with the DCEU movies, the critics have kinda had a pretty good track record with being, this movie's not too great, and then the movie's not too great. But Batman, Affleck Batman, was one of the redeeming qualities of BVS. Now Affleck is stepping down as director. He's the director we need, but not the one we deserve. Is that joke way overused now? Oh, how about this one? Hello, darkness, my old hand. I can't move my lips because it takes away from the meme, and I also can't have the music overlay because of copyright. I honestly wish that these DC Warner Brothers movies were good. The fact that they keep breaking down and having all of these problems and having all of these issues and just, it makes me sad AF. L-E-C-K. Ha, that was a good joke. But this is the thing that I don't understand. Iron Man came out in 2008. The Avengers came out in 2012. That's 4 years for Marvel to lay out their phase 1, and it was very detailed and to the point. Warner Brothers released Man of Steel in 2013. It is now 2017. That is also 4 years. In that 4 years, they've released Man of Steel, BVS, and Suicide Squad. Later this year, they're releasing Wonder Woman and Justice League, but it's just, that's only a full-on origin story for Superman and Wonder Woman. To be fair, we don't need another Batman origin film, but Aquaman, Cyborg, Flash, these movies are all coming out after the Justice League comes out. It took Marvel 4 years to lay the groundwork for phase 1. DC didn't have to play catch up. They've had 4 years since Man of Steel. They just had to lay a better groundwork. Alright, so real talk, who is going to take the director's chair now that Ben Affleck is gone? Well, there are 2 big names that are being thrown around right now. Christopher Nolan, because everybody knows that he's made 3 very successful Batman films, and Zack Snyder, because it's Zack Snyder. The Christopher Nolan thing is obviously some wishful thinking, but the Zack Snyder thing might work. He is very entrenched in the DCEU right now. He's very involved with a lot of the stuff that's going on. I mean, he was even one of the big reasons why Ben Affleck is even playing Batman. And I'm not the biggest Zack Snyder fan. The only Zack Snyder film that I own is Watchmen, but I feel like his Zack Snyder-y film style might work for Batman. Zack Snyder made a gritty, grim Superman for some reason, but imagine if that was channeled into a Batman film. But seriously, my choice for the director of the Batman film, I don't know why anyone else isn't talking about this, Joel Schumacher. What can he possibly do to the franchise at this point? Maybe Affleck is just lying about stepping down because he's tired of people asking about the Batman movie, the Batman movie, the Batman movie when he's trying to promote other films. It's gotta be frustrating. In the comments down below, let me know if you think Ben Affleck stepping down as the director on the Batman film is a good thing or a bad thing. Do you think it's great that he's able to focus on the character and the role and delegate the directing to someone else? Or do you think that this is just a big warning sign that the DCEU is going down a furtherly slippery slope of just being awful? As always, my name is Travis. Thank you for fueling my comic book obsession, and you will see me tomorrow.